A lot of people believe that the only way to get a Portuguese passport is by living in Portugal for years. But there's another legal path that's just as valid through family roots. So whether it's descent or residency, both leads to the same Portuguese passport. The real question is which one applies to you and which one is faster. Hey, I'm Jason Machado, director at TIC Global. Not so long ago, I was answering questions during a live session and someone asked me, do I have to live in Portugal for years to qualify for a Portuguese passport? Portuguese citizenship by descent, the family roots way. Now let's talk about the second main part, getting Portuguese citizenship because of your family roots. This is called nationality by origin and it's covered by Article 1 of the Nationality Law. Article 1C and 1D of the Portuguese Nationality Law, that's number 37/81, states that the individuals born abroad to a Portuguese parents may acquire nationality by origin if the birth is registered in the Portugal Civil Registry or if they declare their intent to be a Portuguese national. And that individuals born in Portugal to a foreign parents may also be considered Portuguese by origin if at least one parent was legally residing in Portugal for at least 1 year at the time of birth. This is often seen as the faster and simpler route for many people, especially for those whose families are from places like Goa, Daman, and we discussed this in the last video. So let's break it down for you. If your parent is Portuguese, Article 1 subsection 1C, this is the most straightforward way, automatic citizenship. If one of your parents was Portuguese when you were born, then you automatically become a Portuguese citizen by birth. It's like being born with it, no extra requirements. For this part, you usually do not need to live in Portugal, you don't need to take a language test, and you definitely do not need to go through a deep background check beyond proving your direct family link. All you need to do is prove that your parents was Portuguese and that you are their child. This is done with official documents and is usually a very straightforward process because the right is clearly yours. Now the next route is if your parents have passed away and are no more. Then in that case, you have to go via the grandparent route. So if your grandparent is Portuguese under Article 1 subsection 1D, this route tends to be a bit longer but is still often has much easier and faster than naturalization. The living in Portugal way. Here are the rules. Your grandparent was Portuguese. You need to clearly show that your grandparent was Portuguese. This usually means their birth was recorded in Portugal. Show your family link. You need to prove your connection step by step from your grandparent to your parent and then from your parent to you. This would mean using official birth certificates and marriage certificates to show the whole family tree. For grandchildren, you usually need to show a A2 level of Portuguese language skills. And this is often done by passing the A2 exams. Connection to Portuguese culture. You also need to show some effective connection to the Portuguese community. Now, this can be proven in different ways. It could be something like going to school in Portugal or working in Portugal for some time, visiting Portugal often, being involved in Portuguese cultural groups or activities like a Portuguese club or a society. Even just knowing the language well, like the A2 exam, can help show this connection. So a special note on the connection. If your grandparent's birth was registered in Portuguese before a certain date, especially if they are from Goa, Daman, before 1961, proving this connection can sometimes be simpler as the historical link itself is a strong form of a connection. This is where getting expert advice helps. So what documents are needed for descent? The documents for the citizenship by descent are different from naturalization and are often fewer. Number 1, the Portuguese Assento de Nascimento, that's the birth record of your parent or grandparent. Now this document is super important and this is the official birth record of your Portuguese parent or grandparent registered in Portugal. Your birth certificate. This needs to be legalized, apostilled, and then translated into Portuguese. The marriage certificates to prove the lineage. Any marriage certificate needs to show the clear family line from your Portuguese ancestors to you. Example, your Portuguese grandparents' marriage certificates, your parents' marriage certificates. These documents need to be clear, showing the line from the grandfather to the parent to you. Language proof. If you are applying as a grandchild, you need the certificate proving your A2 language skills for Portuguese language. No police or residency proof in Portugal. Now, this is a huge advantage. For citizenship by descent, you generally do not need to provide a police clearance certificate from every country you've lived in the past 10 years or since the age of 16. And you definitely do not need to prove that you've lived in Portuguese for years. this makes the process so much more simpler and faster, doesn't it? The steps for applying for descent are usually more direct. Register your ancestors' birth. Often, it's the very first step to make sure your Portuguese parent or grandparent's birth is officially registered in Portugal. If it's not already registered, you need to do this first. This is called transcribing birth record in Portugal. Number 2, submit your files. Once that's done, if needed, you submit all your documents to the Civil Registry Office in Portugal or through TIC Global. 3, quick processing. If your documents are complete, correct, and clearly show a family link, the authorities can process it quite quickly. They just need to verify the facts. Hey everyone, I'm thrilled to share some exciting news. We've launched a brand new website, and that's not all. So we are proud to introduce the Portuguese Passport CSA, an AI-powered chatbot designed specifically to guide you through every process of your Portuguese passport process. Whether you're confused about your eligibility, stuck on your documentation, or just need a quick answer, our chat box is here 24/7 to help simplify your process. It's fast, friendly, and built to give you accurate information, real-time support without the stress of waiting for replies from your agents. So if you're starting your Portuguese passport journey, head on to our website and let CSA do the heavy lifting. Your path to Portuguese passport just got a whole lot easier and agent-free. 4, get your cards. After your citizenship is officially recorded, you can then apply for your Portuguese citizen card and eventually the Portuguese passport. Timeline. This part is typically 6 to 12 months, which is generally quicker than the naturalization route. Wow, we've covered a lot, and I hope you learned something truly new and helpful today. If you still have questions about your own specific case, maybe you're not sure which part is right for you, or you have a unique family history, drop them in the comments below, or you can book a free one-on-one consultation by clicking on the link in the description. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.